everyone. Welcome to the Vampire Diaries After Show here on the stream.tv. Oh my gosh, Caroline, total biatch status tonight. Like, that's even an understatement. Hot biatch status. I'm your host, Meghan Lamontagne, and I am joined by my vampire-licious co-hosts. Starting to my left, we got the lovely Jessica Hickam and the beautiful Melinda Hale.
Hi.
And Rachel Rowland. We got the whole crew here tonight. I'm so excited. It's been, a couple weeks and we missed you all so very much. But first things first, Caroline. Totally cray-cray. Do we like this new version of Caroline?
I'm loving it. And those dread things that she was rocking, I was like, hi, girl.
Yeah.
I was loving it.
She looked hot in that rape scene.
She did.
Yeah. With the guy, I wanted to see that guy's face.
I know, he was the lucky extra.
When she was like mouthing that, she's like,
I know, I was like, hey, girl.
okay.
Girl crush.
I love it.
What do you think, Melinda?
I think it's interesting because we haven't seen this side of her before. She's the one vampire that hasn't had a fallout since they turned. She killed one person her whole time. She's always been in control. So I think she's a little too evil. It's almost unbelievable because I don't know, we know that when you become a vampire, your normal traits get enhanced, and when you turn off your humanity, you just don't care. But like,
I think
she's really, really mean.
It's true. And a lot of these characters on the Vampire Diaries, we've seen go through a roller coaster of a ride. But I think for Caroline, when we first saw Caroline, she was the popular girl. She was like kind of slutty and blah, blah, blah. Not mean, but she had like this air of confidence and whatever.
She's the type A.
Right.
She's very much
And then Caroline turned into a vampire, was a little mean for like a hot second. She killed one person, I think you said. Then she was sweet, bubbly Caroline, and now she's just like murderous, evil Caroline. So she's really, props to her acting skills because that's really amazing.
She's really gone the range this season.
She has.
I think it's really interesting how they played her in too, because as the vampire, like she was the one that had it all together and was the one that fixed it and all of that. And her like evil side is kind of the same thing. She's planning out, like she's not impulsive. It's like, this is the plan of how I'm gonna get you all back because I'm angry, you know?
Right, right.
It's very devious.
Yes. And another shocking moment that we had tonight, we find out that Mrs. Salvatore indeed was a ripper. And I think some of you guys called that, or at least called that she was a vampire.
Right?
Yeah. And we were saying, like mother, like son.
Yeah.
Because clearly that was a huge part of the episode tonight. Stefan turning off his humanity, and we'll get all into that. But any theories or guesses where we're going to be going with Mrs. Salvatore in that storyline?
Oh, she's getting out. I mean,
she's getting out.
A matter of time. I cannot wait to see how she is with her sons.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so excited to see, is she a Damon? Is she a Stefan? Where does she fall? Does she still have her emotions turned off? I mean, if you're in that pit for 100 years, I mean, if you're Bonnie, you try to kill yourself. If you're a vampire Salvatore, what do you do?
And it's crazy to me to think that the two worst people, Kai and Mrs. Salvatore, both had to have prisons, like their own separate prisons made for them because they were that bad.
Right.
That's like, you got to be pretty damn bad.
I know. I'm just curious why now.
Right.
Like,
what do you mean?
Why they're
is
now
she
bringing
back?
this character into the story?
Because
I'm just curious.
I wonder if they're setting it up because they've kind of been giving Kai such a heart lately, which, oh my gosh, be still my heart.
Oh, that
they're
jacket
setting
tonight.
her up to be the new villain. Like to be the new, because they're like, okay, we really love Kai, so let's keep him in the series. So let's give him a heart and make him one of the people in it. And they're setting her up to be like emotionally attached.
Caroline will get along really well because they're both rippers, and they'll like.
I know.
Well, we don't know
She'll
if
be like
Caroline's
a
a
mentor.
ripper yet. We don't know if Caroline's a ripper yet.
No, not Caroline, the mom.
You said Caroline though.
Oh, did I?
You're fine. There's a lot of.
They're both like have their emotions turned off, and they both are like on the killing spree. So I think that it might be an interesting dynamic to see Caroline have this
connection
female,
with,
even if they're both evil for a while. It might be pretty fascinating.
And speaking of Caroline gives herself, or not herself, but gives everyone a little wager tonight. She basically says, okay, I won't kill Sarah if, Stefan, you turn off your humanity. And can I just say, for a second, I wasn't sure if I was watching Vampire Diaries or the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh my gosh.
It was really.
It was so
That was so gross.
Pretty bad.
Yeah.
It was.
And Liam is back, and we thought, I mean, I didn't miss him. I don't know if you guys did, but
Melinda, you were okay with him coming back.
I never had a problem with him, and I actually thought he was funny in this episode during the whole thing.
He
His
was
meltdowns, like, I got
I actually thought he was really entertaining in this episode.
The line where he's like, are you good at surgery? And he's like, no, I'm a pre-med sophomore. Of course not.
Yeah.
It was so perfect.
Yeah, it was great.
I really honestly feel like the Enzo-Sarah storyline, it's dragging each week. And they had to do something big to get her involved. But where's it going to go from here? Is she going, clearly she's scared shitless, pardon my French, but you know what I mean? So now what's she going to do? Is she going to like run for the hills? Is Liam
they'll
going to
compel her, obviously.
Yeah, they gotta compel her.
Do. But can I just please point out the fact that it made no sense that Stefan, who was like 150, didn't just shake Caroline, snap her neck, and stop her from telling
She kept saying that.
Made no sense.
She's like, why are we debating this?
Yeah.
Why are we even debating this? Just kill her.
Until she like is poised with the chainsaw and over the heart, then he decides that maybe he'll take her down.
It's like, I love Stefan. I know you're all talky, and I love, you're my favorite, but that was not the time to try to like reason with somebody. Like,
no, I know.
I don't know if I want to believe that he's really turned off his humanity.
Right.
Like, there's a part of me that I'm like, okay, please tell me he's faking, and he's just gonna like, this is his plan to get in with Caroline, and he has to make everybody believe. Like, I don't
think he's faking.
You think
don't.
so?
Yeah, I 100% don't.
We all thought he was faking, but I think Melinda and I are on the same page. We saw the previews for next week, and he is still.
And I think, me being the Elena person that I am, he told Elena to bring him back because she probably is the only one that can, because she's the only one that has in the past.
Which I think that's going to be a very interesting dynamic of that. If he's the only one that can bring Caroline back, and then Elena's bringing him back, it's going to be like,
him back the first time, right?
But remember, Lexi taught Elena how to do it. Remember when he was in? Yeah. So I'm saying she knows how to bring him back, and I think that's why he's like, bring her back, because he knows it. Well, Damon probably could too. Well, but I think it'll be interesting.
She was able to bring him back because he was so in love with her.
I still think he is.
No, I think he loves.
I think
he
is
too.
Because I think they just will always have that connection. I think it's always that
Him
deep
and
down.
Elena,
That was his first love. Like really.
But clearly he went Ripper, or is he Ripper status right now, or just inhumane status?
I think he's like gonna get there.
He probably will
be
get
there.
there.
If he turns it off, he gets there.
Because remember, Damon said in the preview, he was like, no humanity Stefan is one step closer to Ripper Stefan.
But we basically know why he did that, for love, pretty much. For Caroline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he told Elena to bring him back.
Well, because Caroline can't.
But he could have said, tell Damon to bring me back. He could have. I'm just saying.
No, you're right.
I kind of just feel like maybe this is part of his plan. Like, I think he knows that he has to make everybody believe that he has switched it, or Caroline's not going to trust him.
Well, and he's done that before with Klaus. I don't know if you remember that whole Klaus thing. He had to make people believe.
Yes,
that
he did do that with Klaus.
That's what
you're right.
Thinking of that. Then he's going to find his moments with Caroline to be like, I care about you, and like slowly bring her back.
Well, he had her tonight at the rave. He like put his hand on her face, and for like that hot second,
you saw it in her eyes.
You were like, she's believing it, and then it just pissed her off.
Yeah.
But he saw it too, and that's why he had the whole conversation with Elena. I do think that he's faking it. I don't think he would give up his humanity so easily.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. But I don't know.
The Sarah thing, like
another reason he was really desperate.
Yeah.
But did she call and say, no, don't kill Sarah? They didn't show that. Like, they didn't show Caroline saying
Elena
no
got
because
there,
Elena got there.
Yeah.
Wait, this may be a dumb question, but did we see, did Sarah wake up?
Yeah,
no, she fed her the blood.
Oh, yeah, she fed her the blood.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I was like, so now it's like, I don't know. I think I'm really just annoyed with the whole Sarah Enzo storyline. I just want to know, where's it going? Like, it's just kind of a,
we don't know.
Okay, we were promised answers.
I know.
I mean, I can tell you I was promised some answers.
Good.
So they should be coming. I don't know. I just think they're really playing up family this season. So it'll be interesting to see. I really think Sarah has a
prominent
good
storyline.
A good purpose.
Well, with the mom coming back, and then Sarah, there's something with the Salvatore family that's going to be happening clearly.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. Okay, I'll hang on to that storyline for a little while then. I won't hate on it yet. And another storyline, we had Bonnie experiencing some major post-traumatic stress. Right. And the whole thing was Kai really wanted to apologize to Bonnie because now he has Luke's empathy. And in return, Damon wanted to find out about his mom. So obviously Damon was really like pushing Kai to apologize, but at the rave when he brought him, poor Bonnie was just reliving every single moment from being in that prison. And I don't know, what do we think is going to happen to Bonnie?
I think the thing with Bonnie is, and I was reading this article and Ian Somerhalder was talking about this as he was directing her, is that she's the one person in the cast that always has to forgive everybody because she's always been sacrificing herself. And I think she really has just reached her point because she's forgiven Damon for all the crap he's done. Everybody's always using her for her magic to bring people back and help people. And I think she's just had it. And so I don't think she's going to help anybody anymore, honestly.
She's just done.
Yeah.
I like that theory. Or I like that moving forward we might see kind of a new Bonnie.
Yeah.
And it's almost like she's turned off her emotions too, just in a different way than Caroline has.
Absolutely.
So I think it'll be really fun to see like who brings Bonnie back.
Right.
Can
Will
I
it be
just say,
Elena?
I
It's
felt
probably
like-
Elena. We know it's not going to be Caroline.
Or Damon.
Right.
Seeing as she didn't even give a care that Bonnie was back,
It
which
could be
bothered
It
me.
could
Damon.
also be Damon.
I think it could be Damon.
Oh,
I
yeah.
kind was it just me that just got a taste of that I felt like Kai might have a crush on Bonnie? Like,
I
not
think
only just
Damon-
apologizing, but I felt like Kai was kind of like, I can't stop thinking about her. And I was like,
I hope not.
I got
on that.
it.
I got that.
Interesting.
But Melinda, you also mentioned that
On the
and
phone.
On the phone
they were very
when
flirty. And I think the other thing that made Bonnie so upset is I do think she kind of feels something for Damon. And so I think she felt used by him because he just...
So I read a different interview with Ian Somerhalder today, and he talked about that. He said that right now, Damon is just totally focused on getting his mom
On his
back
mom,
and finding that information. And Damon being Damon, he's going to do a lot of dumb things along the way
Right.
to get to that point.
Right.
And so he is trying to use Bonnie again, and I think we saw tonight kind of the result of that.
Right.
His first misstep, if you will.
Right. And also in the interview that I read is that he's going to kind of put, Delena's going to be kind of put on hold because he's so focused on his mom right now.
Yeah, I can see that.
So I kind of wonder if he's going to put everything on hold, but then realize throughout it all that he really can be there for Bonnie.
Right.
See, I love Damon, but I think we all need to understand that even though he's changed, he's different from season 1, 2, 3, whatever, he always does things for himself.
He's selfish.
Yeah.
He's very
incredibly
selfish, even still. I love Damon, don't get me wrong, but yeah,
He just gets tunnel vision.
he does.
Yes,
Like when he
Absolutely.
decides that he wants to do
Yeah.
something, that's
He's
all
he's
he
one track
sees.
mind.
Right,
Yeah.
Definitely one track mind.
I think so for sure. And so I think, I don't know, it'll be interesting to see now that he's got all these women to juggle how he handles this like mission that he wants.
Right. Right.
But moving on from Damon's character to who he is, Ian Somerhalder, he directed this episode, and Paul Wesley has also directed a couple episodes. So we were going to kind of compare the two. And how did you guys? Did you like it? Tweet us using the hashtag TVDAS. But what did you guys think?
Well, I was saying I felt that Paul Wesley was given better scripts to direct. The two scripts that he got, he, was able to direct the one episode where him and Elena were having those dreams of them actually having a future and a life and a marriage together and all these wonderful things. And then he directed Steve McQueen's Jeremy's Exit. And those were such great emotional scripts that I felt the audience connected to. And there's something about this episode that just wasn't,
I felt the
you
same
know,
way.
and so I don't know, and I was just not a fan of a lot of the choices that he made, and it has nothing to do with me not being a Damon fan, I promise. But I think overall, obviously, directing an episode with your peers that you've been on a show for so long, that has to be such a big deal. So, I mean, congrats to Ian, congrats.
I do have to say, though, and I totally agree with you, and I agree with you on the camera angles and some of them, maybe he was trying to be a little artsy, but it kind of came across as a little awkward and weird. But I do have to say, because Ian and, Bonnie's real name, Kat, because they have such a chemistry on camera,
They do.
I really feel like he directed her fantastically.
Absolutely.
Because where she had to go in this episode to freak out and actually have post-traumatic stress, it was great. And
he got a great performance out of Candice
Caroline.
Accola.
Yeah, he did.
She was phenomenal. So
Yeah, that was going to be my point. Like what you said, Megan. I think Paul Wesley might be a better camera guy, and
He's a better eye for
Ian Somerhalder is a character guy.
an actor's director.
Yeah, because
Absolutely.
he has said that before, that he loves working with Kat Graham and her acting. Their techniques are very similar, but exactly.
I agree.
Paul Wesley had the eye of how the shots should look, and Ian's able more to connect with the actors and where they're going to go.
now we just need him to
emotionally.
direct
Together.
Visually and the acting.
All right, guys. Well, we are excited to get to all of your questions. Make sure you tweet us using the hashtag TVDAS, and we'll be right back after this commercial break.
just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
Just in case you missed it live.
Oh, just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live, I'm doing something right now.
So we're all super excited.
So this is dancing. So what would that be, like a 7?
I cannot. I literally cannot. You guys have got to get it together.
Don't hate the player, don't hate the game. Hate the contract you didn't get.
He's a coward. He's a giant chicken shit.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be like hurricane. Whoa.
Watch out for those girls. They are gagging them.
Hold the phone.
Hold on.
Bro.
The more brutal you are, the more power you have.
Right.
That was sexy, it was hot, it was heated, I was into it.
You are gonna be the most high-paid hooker in the world.
Go ahead and invite your friends and everybody. Tell your mama, tell her go ahead and turn the stove off and get up on the computer so we can get on the stream.tv.
Thank you again for joining us, and until next week, bye-bye.
Hello, hello. Welcome back. We missed you. Was that
That
awkward?
was song. That was awesome.
Okay.
A little singing.
Hello, hello.
We'll harmonize next time.
Well, I'm just so excited to get to all of your Twitter questions. Okay, so our first Twitter question comes from KMCD. You ask, I heard there would be another crossover episode between TVD and the originals. Who do you think will show up and why? Great question. Great question, because we love both shows so much, and whenever
Absolutely.
Klaus.
We all read this question and we're like,
Right.
yes,
Yes.
please.
I know.
I want
Klaus.
Klaus to bring back Caroline's humanity. That's what I think should happen.
I think that would be good.
See, I think that's the best theory.
I think he
Hands
I think it'd
down.
be phenomenal.
That would be
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah, honestly, I'm on that. I'm on board with that too.
Because can't he compel her to turn it back on? Because can't originals compel?
Yes.
Oh.
Right?
I never thought of that.
I love it.
Okay, okay.
Get on.
right?
Get
Get
in
her.
there.
people.
Do it.
Come on.
And that would just be so good to have, like, now that Stefan has admitted his feelings, to see
What-
Stefan, Klaus, and Caroline in a
Caroline,
room together.
Right.
That would be
Yes.
That would be the new love triangle.
Yes.
It would
to
be.
see
Love
Stefan
it.
get jealous too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Because he's already shown some jealousy,
A little
but that
bit
would
with Liam.
that would like throw him over the edge, especially now that his humanity's turned off.
Right.
I'm scared for Klaus.
Right.
In trouble.
That would be trouble for sure.
Oh, man.
Let's
Love
make
it.
it happen.
Yes,
Love
yes.
it.
Please.
Our fan question number 2 comes from Lexi Mania. Do you think that Enzo could be Mama Salvatore's son? Good theory. Good theory.
We kind of touched on this one before, didn't we?
Did we?
Or just kind of like in our own talking?
I think it was a theory that we had as well.
Right. It's
But
just chaotic, like I said, but
yeah.
it maybe would give Enzo some sort of a purpose, and like why he's obsessed with Sarah Salvatore.
Yeah.
Or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because we still don't know.
Yeah.
Other than he has an awesome
Okay, but
accent.
he's trying to
hot.
seduce her right now, so.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
that's
gross.
true.
I mean, I know that they're like 4 generations removed or
Yeah.
whatever, but I still feel uncomfortable about
Yeah,
that.
that's
so,
Yeah.
Let's not
That
go
would
with that
be
one.
Very,
No.
very weird.
But I do agree with you. I see where you're coming from with that question, because it's like, where is Enzo's storyline? Like, what is he?
And
But
his
it
sister.
wouldn't be blood because the Salvatore's on the dad's side, and if he was the mom's son, it would just be.
Where would we be without Melinda? Like, honestly.
Seriously, this is
knows?
the girl that like
He's so
rewatches
much
episodes.
older than all of them.
Enzo's older than Damon and Stefan?
He's
I
like a
think
lot
so.
older.
Yeah.
So I don't think they can be related.
Why?
Well, because
But the mom's been
But the-
around for forever.
no, the mom just got turned. That's
In
why.
18. Oh, that's true.
Yeah, so
Unless
it,
she
like,
was.
wouldn't- logistically wouldn't work
Yeah,
out.
true. But it's Vampire
I am
Diaries.
just confused beyond all doubt right now. So, fan question number 3.
Moving forward.
Do you
Right.
guys think that maybe Matt, love that name, Matt and Elena could happen if Bayman would happen, or Elena and Tyler? By the way, we love you. Oh, we love you too. I don't like Elena and Tyler together. I don't really like. I don't miss Tyler. But
No.
you guys know I'm the only one that needs to be with Matt. So why are you even questioning?
Oh my goodness.
My thing is everybody on the show's been together. We just need to stop it at some point.
No, it's the show. It's great.
But
All
come
these
on.
Celebrities that are
relationships.
twined.
It's
You
that would
know
never
in your
happen in
friend
real
circle.
life.
Oh, come on. Friend
Oh
circles
my
in college?
gosh,
Are you
yes.
kidding me?
I went to different college than
Everybody
y'all,
was
obviously.
dating.
And Matt and Elena technically did happen already. This was just way back before the show
Yeah.
even started.
Right.
They were a couple. But Bayman, we were talking about it during the commercial break, and I'm becoming more a fan and more a fan as each
I think it's
episode
growing.
goes on.
Right,
It's
for
growing
sure.
on
At first,
us.
I was really against it. I was like, no, they can't do this. And now,
I think it's
I
because
think it's
Bonnie
kinda
is finding
sweet.
this like newfound strength of like that she's just like, you know what, I'm not taking anybody's crap anymore.
Well, and I also
which is
think
kind of a
because
Damon move to pull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, and also, so many of us were so passionate about Delana, but we haven't seen any romance between Delana. I mean, I think they slept together in one episode, but it was like,
When we do see the romance,
like,
it's like
there was
flat.
nothing there. It was
Yeah,
flat. It was flat. So I think
Yeah.
Bonnie and Damon are a lot more exciting right now.
And I remember saying that, like, when we were talking about Don't Kill Me Guys, because I know you get so mad when I bring up Elena and Damon's, like, real-life relationship, but maybe the writers are trying to be like, okay, we see that this is hard for them.
Yeah.
Let's detour Damon over here to Bonnie.
yeah,
I think you could be
probably.
right.
Okay, so let's go to some YouTube
Yes.
shout-outs right now.
All right. We have so many of you watching. It's so awesome, and thank you for bearing with us tonight. We had a couple minutes of technical difficulties. So, Tiago Silva, thank you so much for tuning in. Katrina Salazar, you've been awesome, commenting left and right. Denise V, thanks for tuning in. And then Shiki Lima, I hope I'm saying that right.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
It sounds good.
We have a fan question from you tonight. Let me just pull it up here. She said, what do you think about Caroline calling Elena out in that bar?
Oh, when she called her selfish? It's
Yes.
funny, I was thinking that. I was like, ooh, she just went there. Because Elena can be a little selfish.
Elena's very
Wait,
selfish.
remind me, what was the line again?
She was like,
remember it,
I'm
but-
having a moment here, and you always find some way to make it about you.
Yes,
you.
yes,
Yeah.
she did say that. Weren't they back at the house though? Wasn't
No,
that
that was
fun?
in the bar. 'Cause
It was
she
in the
on
bar.
That was when she was on the phone with
Oh, that
me
was
And
some
I feel
stuff.
like she was
Yes,
trying
okay.
to come from a good place of like, I've been here, girl. I know what you're saying, but it's very true of that Caroline's, I'm having meltdown. Just shut up.
She's like,
Yeah,
let me
for
do
sure.
it.
Right.
Let me have my moment.
All right, guys. Well, I'm so pumped that TVD is back. I'm so pumped to be sitting on the couches with all of you lovely ladies. And we will be back next Thursday, same time, same place at 6:15. We're going 5 minutes later now, 6:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. See your lovely faces then. All right, ladies. Bye. Until next time. Mwah.
Hey guys, for more Vampire Diaries After Show, make sure you hit that button and subscribe to the stream.tv.